Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 9th of August. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director of Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is a weekly video where I take viewer requests and analyse the share price charts. So this week I've been asked to look at CBA, CentOS, RHP, Mineral Resources and LIC. So if you have a request, email me your stock and any advice here is general only. So we're looking at CBA to start with. This is a weekly chart. What's very interesting is across 2015-16, there was clearly a lot of testing of this $70 level. So very strong support for CBA, bounced off that. But then a few months ago, it broke under it. At the time, of course, a lot of commentators were saying that if it breaches support there, we're looking at levels like $60, and there was a real threat that that could happen. But instead, we've seen a big push back above that $70 level. So that's actually quite bullish. That means that this is a false break, and I think we've got a good low in place for CBA now. Just moving to the daily chart, it's eased back across July, early August, yesterday. So I think we're going to see more upside with CBA. Obviously there is some resistance here around that sort of $76 mark. So I think we'll move up towards that level, and if it breaks that, that's a buying opportunity. That means we should get a decent rally in the share price. So the next stock is CentOS. Just looking here at the weekly chart, we've got this move down here several weeks ago, a couple of months ago, when the takeover fell through, but it's managed to recover pretty well. Looks like an ascending triangle here, and we can see that so far on the weekly chart, price action is looking bullish. We've had a breakout through the old high from a couple of months ago, so I think the shares will head higher. I'd be targeting the mid-8s. So what I've noticed is a gap here on the weekly chart from back in 2014. So in my opinion, that's the next level we'll see CentOS head up to, as long as it can hang on here. So the next stock we have, Ripe Limited, RHP. Since the lows in 2017, price action has been fairly bullish. Very nice uptrend there. Will it continue on? Well, I think in the short term we will see some weakness. So already on the weekly chart we could see a little bit of price rejection here, and what I've noticed is if I measure the decline from 2015 to 17, so if we have a look at this one here, what the shares have done is they've gone right back up to the 61.8% retracement level. So I think short term there's going to be some resistance, and if I move to a daily chart, we'll notice that it gapped up here. The previous peak was at that $1.20 mark, so I think around $1.20 would be a good support level for RHP. So I think if we see it come back here and hold on, that would be another buying opportunity, and then I think it'll be ready to resume that longer term uptrend. Okay, the next one, Mineral Resources. So it had been trending up for a while, previously peaked at the beginning of this year. I did like the look of this one a few months ago. I thought it eased back and then it sort of broke through this downtrend quite convincingly, and then it looked like it was consolidating. Now as it looked like it was going to. Previous low here was at $16 and it breached that. I know it's got back above it, but it's come back and is testing it again. So I'm a bit new with not these beans. I wouldn't in to buy it just yet. I think we just need to see a bit more price action unfold. And finally, Lifestyle Community, LIC. I like this chart. So we've had previously an uptrend here, bit of a sell-off, but then a recovery in the share price. And what I like is that as it got near this previous high, it just consolidated. So managed to sort of selling that was likely to occur, and then it gapped up last week. And I know it hasn't kicked on from that, but it's also hanging on there, sitting on top of these previous highs. So that overall is a bullish sign. And I think if you like the stock, this is a buying opportunity. I think that pretty soon it will resume that uptrend and head to a new high. Well, that's it for this week. As always, if you have a request, send it through and make sure you share this video on social media.